Eric Mwather with Mwather.com in response to a question as to whether GlaxoSmithKline of India is a short based on the fact that the RSI and MACDs are about to make 3-year lows. So let's take a look at that. We can see that the RSI here looks like it's very close to moving to 3-year lows, and at least one of the MACDs is trading at 3-year lows. Now obviously we can see here that the RSI is bouncing on this support line, so that's not true that it is breaking down. It would need to be below the red line to be moving to 3-year lows. So based on the RSI itself, we don't see any sell signal yet. Again, it would need to be moving below the red line. MACDs look like they meet the minimum requirement for a stock that wants to go down. So we need both of these to be at 3-year lows to consider it a sell signal. So definitely not a sell signal in my opinion. Keep in mind, you'd need to see the stock move below the recent monthly closing low as option number 1. And that would be at a price of 5746.30, which is this recent monthly closing low. Otherwise, you'd also need confirmation that the stock is breaking down below the recent 2016 monthly closing low as a trigger that the technicals, the MACDs and the RSIs are moving to 3-year lows, and that price would be at 5562.50, again this monthly closing low. So until you can get the trigger by the price moving below either one of these recent monthly closing lows, the stock looks healthy actually. In fact, if you take a look at a long-term picture, you can see that from a long-term perspective, the stock has had a nice run over the last, let's call it 7 years or so. And keep in mind, for the most part, the RSI has been holding above 50. That's a sign of a strong stock. And the last time it tried to move below 50, you can see what happened here. We had uniform activity below 50 and back above it, which is a good sign that the stock was recovering. And once it moved back above 50 with uniform activity, it was a buy here in early 09. Since then, it's never traded below RSI 50. And also you can see that from a long-term perspective, if you take the lows going back here and connect the recent lows, you can see that the stock is showing good sign of support coming and touching this line here. Also, it is holding above the RSI 50 line. So really, if you're looking for something to short, this is not it. It doesn't meet the minimum requirement. In fact, it meets the minimum requirement for a stock that wants to bounce. So in simple terms, for now, the stock is not a short. Again, it would need to break down in its monthly price below recent monthly lows, and also the RSI would need to move to 3-year lows. So not a short at this time. In fact, looks like it's holding up very well for a bounce. Eric Mwather with Mwather.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. Mwah.